Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Board Meeting Recap with Chris Adsit. Today, I'm covering the meeting that took place at the Heartland Lakeside School Board on Monday night, March 23rd. Now, remember, these are my board summaries. They do not represent the voice of the board. It's just my way of keeping you informed so you know what we talked about, what we decided on, and what might be coming in the future. We started with a food workshop at 5:30, and what this was is our Chartwells, it's the company that provides food services for the district, gave us a tour of the kitchen and let us actually sample and see not only the food and an actual meal of what the kids are getting, but the entirety of the program and how they balance nutrition and have really strict standards. It was great because the ingredients, allergens, they're all clearly tracked. They use whole grains, low sugar, fruit, vegetables, and I have to tell you, thank you, Heartland Lakeside, for teaching me that I need to be a better dad because these meals are better balanced than what I have at home. So I have to become more of a cook. So more and more healthy options are coming, and I'm just super thrilled with what I was able to see tonight. Next, we had a transportation update, and this was on the entire system. Now, the consortium agreement, which is all of the feeders in Arrowhead working together for busing, that is coming to an end. I believe there's one school left that still has to vote on ending that consortium at the end of the 27-28 school year. And what that does is it brings flexibility back to independent districts to maneuver schedules and buses as they need. For Heartland Lakeside over the next year, it turned out really well. We'll have an earlier middle school end time, which is really good, and we'll have some shared busing model across all the schools. We will get full route redesigns. So that means what you saw before might not be happening again. Everything has to be recalculated. But the goal of the whole thing at the end was to have a safer, more efficient system for the family. So that's, again, Heartland Lakeside is coming out of this very well. Now, the other part of the transportation program, I want to cover and clarify something from last month. So last month, the board took action and voted on our pay-to-ride program. If you don't know what that is for any students and families that live under 2 miles from the school that they attend. State law has us provide free transportation by all taxpayers for students that live over 2 miles or are in a hazardous zone. The pay-to-ride program is an optional program that allows families that are under 2 miles to pay to ride the bus. And there are some thoughts that we raised prices, that the board raised prices, and that's not true. What we did is shift how the cost is being covered. The district had been subsidizing it for the last few years in a very large amount until we could get the entirety of our transportation program under wraps. Now the shift that was voted last month was moving the subsidy from all taxpayers to the families that are using the optional service. And it can be difficult, but that optional transportation will be paid now by the families and not subsidized by the district. And the real goal behind it, in my opinion, again, was we were focused on fairness, responsibility, and the key here is long-term sustainability. To continue to offer an optional program, we have to be able to fund it and maintain it for the future. So I wanted to clarify that for everyone. We also hired a maintenance manager position. Let me take that back. We approved a maintenance manager position tonight. We didn't hire a person yet. The role was approved to help support our district in building and grounds. And it really helps us stay ahead of the building needs. When we have repairs, when we have projects, oftentimes we are beholden to outside contractors, and that can be expensive. So this helps bring some work inside and provide some managerial support to our buildings and grounds director. So that was approved this evening. We also approved the 26-27 school year calendar. Now there's a couple small modifications that have to be updated in the document itself. The days in session are settled. The document needed a couple little tweaks. So please watch for that. That'll be coming out shortly. And please know, we did continue to align it with Arrowhead as much as possible because we know some families have siblings that might watch the littles when they're off school. So we did the best we could to align those calendars. There's some nice student support and wellness happening in the district. We have some new programs that are happening and being developed now for mental health for both students and families. Next one's really cool. There's an on-site dental service that's happening at the district. So a lot of kids don't have time or for whatever reasons haven't been to the dentist. So this is a way for them to do it at a very reduced cost. It's out-of-pocket cost, but it's at a big discount for the families and the kids. So it's us trying to focus on the whole family and not just academics. It's really the whole person, like our portrait of a graduate. Finances, where are we at? The district is still in a really good position. We have approximately $10 million in total savings. Now you look at that and you say, whoa, what's all that money for? Remember, school districts are not funded monthly. We get big lumps of money that have to last a long period of time. So we're in a good financial position. We don't have any debt. And the goal of doing that is so that we don't have to do long-term borrowing or even short-term borrowing. When we don't have the funds to be able to afford things in the district, some of our repairs, maintenance, etc., we have to borrow money. That means your taxes are going to interest and not the classrooms. So we are in a good position. So that's great. And we're able to do some capital improvements this year. So we have some paving projects that are coming. They're going out to bid now, and we're getting all those now for all 3 buildings. We are doing a managed print services RFP that'll be coming, and we're hoping to save some money there. That's all the printers, fax machines, if we even do fax machines anymore, and those contracts. So we're hoping we can save some money there. I think I mentioned last month the dishwasher at North Shore Middle School has to be replaced. Again, you'd be surprised how expensive these are. But again, RFPs, don't worry, we'll get the best deal that we can. And then also the library at South is getting new carpet. And these things are all being done within budget, not coming out of our capital maintenance plan. So again, when you say fiscally responsible, these are examples. And the whole purpose is so that we don't have to come to you with a referendum to operate. We don't want to do that. So this is how we can stay ahead of the game. Now, looking ahead, we are working to have in May a capital planning workshop. That'll allow the board and the administration to talk through the Findorf facilities report that we received about all the issues in the district. We're in very good shape. Buildings are in good shape. But there are some long-term spends like HVAC, etc., that we'll have to take into account. So we have to budget and plan for these things. Also, summer school parents, be advised the information will be coming very, very soon. So it'll come out on social media and also by email. So watch for it. Register right away to make sure that your littles get into where you would like them. And then finally, our April board meeting. We will start our meetings at 5:30. Hopefully they will continue a little earlier for the ones that go long. So watch for that. As always, I appreciate you sticking around to the end. Thank you for your support. Thank you for putting me in this position that I can serve you. It is absolutely a joy. I look forward to doing these for you and all of the service. If you have any questions, reach out to me by my school email address, and I will get back to you. Until the next time, God bless you and our entire community.